All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today, we're going to run through these eval trades that I took in PM. I took a break-even short in AM session. Looking back, there was actually a pretty good long. I was just going over it in the post-market breakdown, but we're not going to go over that now. You want to guys see my trade recap? It's the video I just posted before this, and then post-market breakdowns in the Discord. Link is in the pinned comment. Before we get into it, guys, Alpha Futures, I am running a 50K zero giveaway. So if you guys want to enter that and a chance to win one of a 50K zero account with Alpha Futures, link is in the pinned comment for the Discord. You go to the giveaways channel, you'll see it. I'll show you guys really quick. Right here, you just got to click the button, enter, and then in 3 days it'll be done. So yeah, you have a chance to win a 50K zero. You just got to sign up. As long as you have an alpha email, an alpha account, then you're good. But anyway, here are the executions on the trades today. Here was the first trade plus 1500, and then second trade plus 1500. The reason I meant to copy trade them together, but I realized I didn't have the copy trader thing on, and I ended up taking two trades. Luckily, they both ended up playing out. But the reason I wanted to make this is because I want to show you guys how I personally trade evals, and I trade evals a lot differently than I trade my funded accounts. Okay, so the way I trade evals is I use a lot of momentum and discretion, and I basically will just, the method I use is I risk $1,000 to make 1.5K, and I don't go break even. I used to, but I just realized I'm going in on a 1.5 R trade. I know I have a high win rate, and if I get break even on this trade, it's probably going to make me want to take another stupid trade because I won't take it as serious since it's an eval. So all I do is I take whatever my stop loss is. I go for $1,000. I kind of messed up the risk today, but anyway, I go for a $1,000 stop. I go for 1.5K TP, and I walk away. That's literally it. I don't manage the trade, and I just see what happens. So coming into the day today, obviously, we had that initial move to the upside, taking out London high, and then we just dumped down. We dumped down, and I seen price just accumulating, and I seen that it was just building up low resistance liquidity. And as you can see right here, we had left like an unfilled 30-minute right here. And we had left like this unfilled 30, this unfilled 15. But the main thing here is that we were just building up low resistance liquidity. You could see that from, 11 a.m. We're just building up low resistance. We're putting in lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So what I'm expecting at some point is price is likely going to want to run through this low resistance liquidity and then rebalance into that, that 30-minute unfilled gap, that hourly unfilled gap. So I was looking for potentially a flip in momentum, and I wanted to see price, run through that low resistance liquidity and potentially, give us a reversal trade. So the way, again, I trade evals is I'm looking for volume to kick in, and that's all I was looking for. I'm looking for the volume to kick in, a nice displacing candle where I'm very confident that price is going to aggressively push in my direction. And that's pretty much it. So first trade here, I see price again building up low resistance liquidity. We're building up low resistance buy side, putting in lower highs, lower lows, and again we have an unfilled gap above, which is resting right above all this unfilled or this low resistance liquidity. So I'm expecting price eventually to, when the volume picks up, price to run through this into the unfilled gap. So at this point, we see that we have like this massive bullish SMT. Okay, so if you go over, you see that NQ has been building this up, and it puts in a lower low. And then if we look on the other chart at ES puts in a higher low and fails to take out these lows. And we can also see that ES also has low resistance liquidity to the upside. It's also being built up buy side, and it also has, I think it had an unfilled 30-minute. This unfilled 30-minute, but that doesn't really matter. The main thing is that NQ and ES both had low resistance liquidity, and then we had this kind of SMT, and ES just seemed to be bottoming out. It started to range. So all I was looking for on NQ and ES was for displacement and volume to kind of kick in here. So basically all I seen was, this was my entry. I think it was on this candle. Let me just double check here. Yeah. So I was just looking and I was waiting and kind of just wanted to see a strong candle closure. And I just wanted to just hold because I knew there was a high probability that if volume kicked in, we could at least just run through this. And that's all I was looking for. So again, I took this entry right here after we got this 3-minute close. I took it a bit as the candle was printing because I figured it was just going to close bullish anyway. And I knew it was going to close strong. And then we look at ES. ES also gave a strong bullish close on the 3-minute. So now I know ES and NQ, you can see ES inverse this 3-minute gap. The volume's kicking in. We have an SMT, but the main thing is we have low resistance liquidity that we can target. So I take my entry on this 3-minute. I went in, I think it was 15 micros. I was trying to be as accurate. I kind of screwed up the risk, so I had to go for a little more. I have to double check if that was the exit. Let me 8:30. Wait, 9:30. No, that was the other trade. Hold on. Yeah, no, I was right. Okay. Yeah, so went in with, I think it was, 15 micros, whatever, trying to make that risk as accurate as possible. And we end up hitting TP in like 5 minutes, right? Volume kicks in. We have an SMT. We have low resistance liquidity. But the main thing is here, I'm risking 1K to make 1.5K. I'm setting it and I'm just leaving it. But once the volume kicks in, I'm confident in taking this trade. Now, is this a trade that I would take on a funded account? No, it's probably not, because it's not as high probability. But I know if the volume's in my favor, and I know if we're displacing on NQ and ES, there's a high chance that we can at least run through, at least catch that small move to the upside and able like to half pass this eval, right? So at this point, we catch this first move, and then I realized the copy trader wasn't on. So I hop onto my other account, my other eval, and I see that we're about to inverse this 15-minute gap. So I'm looking at this more as a long-term play, because at this point I had to go somewhere and it was 1 o'clock or about to be 1 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just take this and just leave it? And then there's a high chance we're probably going to want to run up to this unfilled 1 hour gap. Like there's a good chance we want to rebalance into this unfilled 1 hour gap. So once we inverse this 15-minute rate here, I literally just take my entry here. I had my stop, I don't even know, I think it was like around here. I gave it a little bit of room because like around under these 5-minute candles, because the main idea here was to see price rebalance into that 1 hour and continue the momentum higher. And I was looking at this as a trade to play out over the hour. This wasn't like an in and out, like 2-minute trade. I was waiting for this trade to kind of play out as I was gone. And when I come home, see what happens. So basically what happened, 15-minute inversion, we see we get a nice displacing candle on NQ. Let's look over now at ES, that SMT. Again, we still have low resistance liquidity. That's leading into an unfilled 1 hour gap right here, which can be our target where I think price is going to go in the next hour or so. We look at ES. ES also gives a strong 15-minute close. It also has draws above. And it seems that we've bottomed out here, so that we likely were going to get a push to the upside. So I think this 15-minute inversion stops below. I would have ran it right below this 15-minute candle, but like a lot of times price will you might get a deep retrace on the 15 before you get that continuation up. Like you could see here, we got this strong 15-minute bearish close. We do get a deep retrace and then price continues down. So I just gave it a bit of room, and yeah, full TP was just around in that 1 hour unfilled gap, right above or right below these 15-minute highs right here. And that was it. That was about like a 1.8 our trade, whatever. Again, I kind of messed up the risk, but that's pretty much it. That's literally all I do for evals. If I'm not trading them in AM session when I normally trade my normal strategy, I'm waiting for there to be draws and liquidity. I'm waiting for there to be low resistance liquidity that I can target. I'm waiting for the volume to kick in and displacement on NQ and ES where I can get a move. And I'm just risking 1K to make 1.5, setting it and forgetting it. And I'm not going break even because it's just better on my psych for evals. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, Alpha Futures giveaway on the 50K zeros, 3 days left. Hopefully I can run more of these soon. But yeah, if you guys are interested, links in the pinned comment for Alpha and all that stuff. And that's it for me, guys. We'll be back on the charts tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.